Now, I gotta say, this Turkish wonder hit me as a big surprise. That's right, we don't really perceive the Republic of Turkey in being a film and TV production mega country. It's known for other pleasures.
What are you talking about?
Well, with the release of Midnight at the Pera Palace, things are shifting, and in my humble opinion, a production bar for smaller scale shows at least is being raised by a lot. Let's take a look why. Not a huge spoiler here, since it's actually the very core of the plot. The show takes us from modern days Istanbul into the year 1919, which was a turbulent time for Turkey. And yes, we are talking time travel, but I'm gonna touch upon that just a little bit later. The British Navy did indeed occupy the city that year with the support of Sultan Wadatin, who was afraid of the Soviet invasion after the fall of the Romanovs dynasty. And that creates a rich political setting for this show. Throw in a forbidden love affair and some witty humor and deem it worthy. Fun fact, the series is inspired by a 2014 historical non-fiction book by Charles King, a professor of international affairs and government at Georgetown University. So we are getting a real historical deal here, nicely wrapped and artistically enhanced, if you wish. But it all can come crumbling down in a matter of seconds if the audience doesn't buy your time travel. Do it wrong and it will come off as bland, boring and cheesy. Do it right and we all are more than happy to accept it without nitpicking and pointing stuff out. And it is done right. It's a little bit unusual, but at the same time organic with the proper don't tinker with the past type of complications. And what does the title say? Of course, Pera Palace has something to do with that. In fact, the historical hotel can be viewed as a star of a show on its own, but I'll say no more. Fun fact, the hotel was built in 1892 to initially host the passengers of Orient Express. It was the first building in the whole Turkey to be powered by electricity, rather than Ottoman Palace, and the first building in Istanbul to be a home to an electric elevator. And guess where Agatha Christie wrote her famous novel? I don't mean elevator, maybe a chapter. She had a favorite room in the hotel, which was number 411. Sure, it is produced by Netflix, and good on them for this one, but I would consider it to be 100% Turkish gold. With its original title, it is completely standalone, non-Americanized piece that screams quality. From writing to camera work, from costumes, makeups to set designs, nothing stands out as neglected or poorly thought or done without a proper research and passion behind it. Hollywood green screens are definitely being schooled here on how to make a proper entertainment and not recycled, stripped of any soul and originality, mediocre at best remakes. In fact, the main cast is so good that they put to shame many A-listers who take a paycheck on questionable scripts these days. Now let's talk flaws. In the first episode, even though all the actors had their firm footing, it did seem to me as they still struggling in finding their characters, which is totally normal and expected. It's the first day on the job, right?
This is why we have training.
And if you are a slow reader like me, you might struggle with subtitles, since Turkish is not a slow-paced language, but the dubbed version is there to the rescue. And that's it. I really fail to see anything else. If you saw the show, please let me know what you thought. And if you haven't, it's time travel, it's a murder mystery, it's a political intrigue, it's an intense love story, and a journey of uncovering one's past, all intricately woven together. A lovely dish. So there you go, my take on the Midnight at the Pera Palace. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'll see you on the next one. The show takes us from the year 1919 into the... No. It's vice versa. The show takes us from the year... What the fuck is wrong with me? 1919, which was a very turbulent time for Turkey. And yes, we are Turking. We are Turking.